Shana Tova Umetzukah to everybody. As you can see here, I've got a book called Tefilat Chana over here. It's a prayer which has a lot of Segulot with regards to pregnancy, childbirth, and many of these important issues. And the Daf Yomi today, we're in Kiddushin, page number 34, Lamed Daled. Naturally, we're all talking with regards to the life cycle, the early life cycle, because we talk about the mitzvah of Pidyan Haben, the mitzvah of Shiluach Haken, which is connected to pregnancy and childbirth, because it's seen as Segula. If someone performs this mitzvah, as we learned in Parashat Ki Tetzeh only a few weeks ago, it's a Segulot for childbirth, for pregnancy. Also, it's related over, as I stated before, within regards to Pidyan Haben, the redemption of the firstborn, which is after a month after the first child, which would be a boy, would be born. On many circumstances, there wouldn't be a Pidyan Haben, but in many other circumstances, there would. So it's relating over in the Daf Yomi today, the early life cycle, and all the Segulot within regards to keeping, to seeing all these fantastic things within regards to the early life cycle. So what's interesting is, which I want to relate over, on the first day of Rosh Hashana, in the Bet Knesset, in the synagogues, we are going to read the Haftorah prayer of Tefilat Chana, of Chana, her prayer, which when she beseeched Hashem. So, in a nutshell, Chana was married and she didn't have children for many, many years. And then there was a rival wife, let's just say, she had called Penina, had many children with the husband. And she so yearned for a child, so desperately. She looked into every aspect of her life, how she's using her body with regards to the service of Hashem. And she said it slowly and clearly. All of her tefillot, she was crying. In fact, at the time, while she was crying, and Eli, the high priest at the time, the Kohen Gadol, actually saw and mistook her for being someone drunk. She was, but she wasn't drunk. She told Eli that she wasn't drunk at all. She was in such a strong tefillah that her connection, her spiritual connection, with all the words coming out of her mouth and the desire to have a child so badly, was at a zenith level. And she was suffering with a lot of shame because Penina would often ridicule her why she hasn't had children and all of these things. Also, what's related over interesting, this is seen as Segulot, to say this prayer, with regards to having children. And in today's daf, also in the Daf Yomi, in Kiddushin 34, it talks all about the mitzvah of piruvu. This means fruitful and multiply. It's related over. And over here, this Tefilat, which is Tefilat Chana, which many people, the pious people, the righteous people, will actually do this Tefilah every day, Tefilat Chana. And this is actually a book when the different times my wife was pregnant, I would say this. There was certain Tefillot to say with regards to when someone comes to the 40th day of pregnancy, with regards to the 3rd month of pregnancy, the 9th month of pregnancy. It also relates over the Segulot within regards to the birth and the different Tehillims, chapters of Psalms. But Hannah was yearning so much for a child, and at the end, after the Tefillot was not unheard, and she did give birth at the end to to someone that will become one of the greatest prophets of Am Yisrael, Shmuel Hanavi, Samuel the prophet. And that just shows, we learn many halachot, Jewish laws, within regards to her prayer. This is a very, very bountiful prayer that she has, especially that the words we say when we're praying should be clear and slow, so it can be understood to Hashem, all the different tefillot he says. So I want to also talk about, because we're on the topic of this at the moment, and there's a lot of demand. I actually gave video in my Parashat Ki Tetzeh talk, just with regards to different Segulot, within regards to childbirth and pregnancy, and the life cycle within regards to bringing a child into the world. So I mentioned this only 2 weeks ago in the Parashat Ki Tetzeh. So I'll go over a few of the different Segulot, merits within regards to having children. First of all, obviously, one should have emunah, because why is emunah important? Especially the whole time one should have emunah, but it's got the same gematria, Jewish numerical value of the word banim also. So that's very interesting. It's one should distribute liters of drink at Lag BaOmer in the festivities when there's a Menorah, there's a bonfire. It's seen as a Segula also for fertility, which once again is related over in the Daf Yomi. Being something called a kvata inside a Brit Milah, passing the baby, being a Meshulach over, it's known as a Segula with regards to childbirth. on many occasions. Another Segulot merit is to buy a lot of Sfarim and books and lend it out to others. Torah books. We're not talking about magazines and all those things. Buy a lot of Torah books, have like a mini library and give it out to other people to read it. Print books, print Divrei Kodesh out, Dvar Torahs, or whatever it might be. That's seen as another thing. A few more Segulot I will relate over. I related over within regards to the mitzvah of Shiluach Haken before, within sending away the mother bird. That is something very important within regards to being a merit for children. They say that drinking the kos shel bracha after doing the Birkat Hamazon prayer is seen as a Segulot to be remembered for children. Also, let's say that if we light the Shabbat candles early, like over here you can see the Shabbat candles are early, that is also seen as a Segulot within regards to being remembered for children. And also, let's go take a few more. Keeping the etrog after the festival of Sukkot, naturally we're coming into Sukkot now, and preserve it with sugar and jam. This etrog should be then eaten on the festival of Tu B'Shvat. And some of this etrog can be eaten by a pregnant woman as Segulot for having an easy labor and delivery. I believe that's my wife did. Su'udah Revi'it, the Melava Malka, the fourth meal after Shabbat comes out, that is seen as Segulot for easy childbirth also. Another thing that many people should be aware of, and it's related over here, pregnant women should be careful not to step on discarded fingernails. It is written over in the Shulchan Aruch also, this is important. Buying, if you've got a sefer, keep it in an upright position inside. If it shouldn't be upside down. The other thing that is seen as important. I remember when my wife was pregnant with the first child, she was strict on that. She was told to be strict on that, and that is very much related over here. I add a few more different things. There's a minhag to honor the husband of a woman in her 9th month with opening the Torah ark. They're doing the Pticha when you're opening it on Monday morning, Thursday morning, naturally, and Shabbat. To do that. Many people did. I did that also. I actually made a point to go to the Gabbai while I was davening inside a specific minyan. There's also a custom to immerse inside the mikveh in the 9th month of pregnancy and in absolutely to make themselves absolutely pure. And there's another custom at the childbirth. I think it's written over by Rabbi Moshe Tzvi Landau to place the Sefer, the Noam Elimelech, beneath the head of a mother during labor. This is what was related over. Apparently it was a practice for hundreds of years, and there were many miraculous stories involved with regards to this. And this is just something I took from the website shiratmiriam.com with regards to these Segulot. So I very much recommend people to read it over. So Tefilat Chana, one of the most potent prayers. It's actually a good idea, full stop, to say the Tefillah every day. I would strongly recommend, even if one is looking for a Segulot of childbirth, someone is pregnant, or someone, just even a man, just to do the Tefillah itself. It's seen as a very good idea. I very much recommend that. And it's going to be the Haftorah for the first day of Rosh Hashana. And we're talking all about, it's featured in today's Daf on Kiddushin 34 about Pidyan Haben, Puravu, Fruitful and Multiply, and Shiluach Haken. So I thought I'd bundle it all together. These very, very important things and make this special edition. Shana Tova, Umetzuka to everyone. K'tiva v'chatima tova, wishing you a lot of brachot. Please watch over the previous Daf Yomi videos and wishing you a fantastic day and take care.